Welcome to our interactive preview of the Paris Air Show, where we take a look at some of the aircraft, stories and themes that will be among the highlights of this year's show. Now here at Le Bourget, final preparations are taking place for what will be the 51st edition of the world's biggest aviation industry gathering. Among the must-sees this year will be the debut in the flying display of the Bombardier CS300. The larger variant of the CSeries has a lion's share of orders compared with its smaller CS100 stablemate, which will also be at the show. But orders remain just one of the problems for the Canadian manufacturer. With both versions of the CSeries now finally in flight test and due to enter service at the end of this year and next, sales are still stubbornly sluggish. Bombardier will be hoping that its high-profile appearance at Le Bourget will give some impetus to its marketing and perhaps persuade some airlines and lessors away from, on the one hand, the new Embraer E2 regional jet, and on the other, the larger re-engined narrowbodies from Airbus and Boeing. As for Airbus, its home show will again be the shop window for its strongly selling programmes, with the A350-900 due to make its Paris debut this year. Other notable debutantes on the military side will include the Antonov AN-178, while Pakistan's JF-17 and Textron's Scorpion will both fly at Paris for the first time. And Dassault's Rafale, fresh from its recent export successes, will once again be one of the stars of the airborne display. However, there will be some notable absentees. Visitors will not be able to see the airborne exploits of two highly popular warbirds, the Lockheed Martin F-35 and the Sukhoi Su-35. For different reasons this year, there have been continuing question marks over the presence of both the US and the Russian defence industries to the show. Several big-name US contractors are staying away, and with continuing European sanctions on Moscow, Russia's presence could be somewhat awkward. However, Marwan Lahoud, president of GIFAS, the French trade body that organises the show, insists that both countries and their defence sectors are fully behind Paris.
We have a large US presence, larger than 13. For our US colleagues, the Paris Air Show is definitely the place to be. It's the international gathering of this industry. So we have large corporations, we have equipment suppliers, we have smaller companies from the US with the support of some of the federated states that want to promote their industry as suppliers to the, I would say, the global supply chain.
The Paris Air Show, of course, is not only about the finished products. A big emphasis of the event is on the supply chain, with companies from all over the world at Le Bourget to meet potential customers and vendors. With the commercial sector flourishing on the back of record airliner orders, the aerospace industry faces a huge challenge: recruiting and training skilled staff to meet the ramp-up. That is why a big theme of the public days at this year's show will be on attracting teenagers to a career in aerospace, as Lahoud explains.
We are focusing on recruitment of production people, because today one of our key challenges is the rate increase in all our products. We are increasing the rate of production everywhere, and we need to succeed there, so we need skilled people.
So in a short time, this huge expanse will be filled with aircraft, corporate chalets and industry visitors, as for 1 week, Le Bourget becomes the global capital of aerospace. This is Murdo Morrison for Flightglobal at Le Bourget in Paris.